Buhat Gaming.
In the meta, we have not seen a lot of THAMUZ actually, just because of the fact that we have priority for the X-Borg. But now, since the Masha is available on the side of Singapore, it's natural to just get the THAMUZ as your offlane. And then this means that the X-Borg is going to be a support for Team Malaysia.
Man, I mean, support X-Borg works wonders because Lafiraga armor will just serve as the beef or the shield that the team needs, and his mobility is very useful as well when it comes to invades or just trying to chase anyone out. Claude gonna be banned for the second ban rotation here from the blue side.
Oh yeah. So I think that this also merits a ban for the Baksha for Team Malaysia, or maybe a Chango, because they don't want to give it to Team Singapore at this point, or I don't know. We can see I guess a Lolita ban here for Team Malaysia as well. So I guess it's actually a Nakai. They're not afraid of the Baksha or the Lolita, maybe because they want to use it as well. So I'm not gonna be surprised if there is a Cho. Okay, now I'm surprised. Now I'm surprised about the Cho. It makes Malaysia seem like a very squishy lineup, but they are too mobile, and there's a little bit of tankiness in there. Maybe some sustain, some because of armors, but not really that hard tank that you're looking for.
I believe they are gonna focus more on pickoffs because the pick so far is leaning towards the single target ultimates and skills, but the hovering Granger and Lolita for the blue side, I guess they're gonna lock these two in.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if Malaysia goes for another tank in here, like the Baksha, because there is a rising meta for a mid or a position 1 X-Borg, and you'll have another core Kimi, and then you will put either the THAMUZ or the Cho as a support, and then one of them will go off lane. So that could be something for Team Malaysia. I'm not entirely sure if it will be the case, however, because it's still it's still a coin toss, so they will go for extremely squishy but extremely quick type of composition here for Team Malaysia.
And look at these swaps for days, because the respective heroes will go to their respective players. So we have not seen an arrival yet. So far, no arrival at all apparently, but there is a revitalize from the blue side.
Yeah, that's on the Grok, which is weird because I think that the flicker can work so much wonders for the side of Team Malaysia. I like the massive flicker, however, because it allows them to escape this Grok, escape the Masha, or chase with it. And then what they do is to flicker in just to surprise the LYLIA, not allow the LYLIA to have the chance and have the chance to get ahead, with the LYLIA.
Strongly
Use the black shoes if ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is game 2 between Team Singapore versus Team Malaysia, with Singapore up on 1 game.
Yeah, so we're now waiting for what I think that this is the decider on who's gonna lead their group as well. If Singapore gets the 2-0, they have, I would say, the best chance to get the top spot at their groups. Malaysia, they really need this 1-1 as well, because they already have 1-1 against Team Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. But their first match, it was 1-1 too. So
Kara and Cho going immediately here at the top lane, but looks like X-Borg received a lot of damage there. Did not expect that LYLIA apparently.
This is what I'm talking about, right? Their lineup so squishy, this Part of Nature is gonna hurt. Has to use the flicker as soon as possible, which means that he might not have enough sustain when they want to take this buff, and that is scary because what Singapore can do is just to quickly take care of their own buffs and then quickly invade their opponents like this. This back Masha able to secure that buff already.
If I'm not mistaken, there is a statement that says Masha is the indirect counter to carry. Because carry is all about that, the damage depends on how many life bars you has. And Masha's life bars is divided to 3. I mean, that's what our co-caster said.
Max HP, I think. Well, that was from Manjin, I think, because what you do is that Shinbu?
Yeah.
Shinbu, okay.
You don't believe me?
Yeah, well, that could be true. But anyway, well, yeah, I agree with that because the damage of the light wheel mark, the bonus damage you get after 5 marks is dependent on the maximum HP. But again, like I said, Masha's HP is divided into 3, which means that the light wheel mark doesn't hurt that much.
We're gonna have to see later if Carry does dish out a lot of damage on this Masha by the late game. So still open for ML to actually prove us either right or wrong. But looks like right now Malaysia, they have a stable rotation. They are getting the buffs and the neutral jungle creeps that they needed. Turtle already up and it's being started by this Cho and this Kimmy.
What Malaysia does have right now is a lot of firepower through their Cho, through their THAMUZ and their X-Borg, and of course the Kimmy in there so that they can get the turtles important objectives. But I would say, going back to the Carry versus Masha, the really one of I would say Masha's big threats against the Carry is the disarm, which stops Carry totally for a few seconds. Which is a lot already, because it means that you won't need a Wind of Nature, but up top they want to go for the dive this time. They immediately port back as the Revitalize is just way too good for this Grok. I guess now it makes total sense to go for the Revitalize, because there's really no way for Malaysia to close out the kill on the Grok with that Revitalize.
Yep, even if they did try to box him in, Revitalize, and he's gonna pretty much sustain himself from there. So 3 minutes in, no kill so far. Slight gold advantage for the red side right now.
Wow, amazing place. Numino Blast gonna hit, but it's not gonna be able to steal off the buff. I think that was the goal from this Lolita, but unfortunately it wasn't the case. Nevertheless, Malaysia still leads by a little bit of gold, and they have to take advantage of this.
And of course, but the Granger left alone there at the bot lane. He's actually going to be pressured by 3 people, and nice shield coming in from this Lolita. First blood going over to Malaysia, able to take out the Grok.
Wow, that was really amazing play coming out from the Cho. He waited for the moment where the Power of Nature was thrown, and that means that the Power of Nature is on cooldown, I mean. They want to go for the top lane this time, and they will survive for a little bit. Masha jumps in, but of course the Cho is there to help. They will get the kill. That is Phantom step away from Nurola to secure the kill.
That was a bit of an overkill for me. Masha could have just played safe, but I guess he was just really confident. He thought he can at least get someone down, but the reaction time from this carry is just too much. Turtle gonna be up in actually right now. Turtle already up right now. Rhapsody gonna be used
nice dodge,
just to make sure that THAMUZ won't be able to get away, but looks like the THAMUZ was able to dodge that, in a lot of action here happening at the bot lane. Nice shield coming in from Lolita yet again. X-Borg along with the scheme decides to join the party. We are gonna cause ruckus here at the bot lane. Last Insanity I think was about to be used, but it wasn't.
No more Firaga armor. They want to go for the Kimi this time. They've surrounded him, as well as the X-Borg. No more Firaga means that you are going to go down. Singapore takes 2 kills from Malaysia. Wow, that was amazing control from Singapore. They wrapped around so well that there wasn't any choice for Team Malaysia to go down. And now they want to control the turtle area. I think Singapore did recover as of this moment.
3 people actually trying to get the turtle, so of course it will be non-contested, even though Cho was right there lurking at the sides. Also, I noticed Granger, he is waiting at the safest spot near the turret before he uses Rhapsody. He does not want to get the creeps even near his side of the turret, just to make sure that there will be a complete set of 3 turrets at the bot lane. Ice Queen 1 being picked up by LYLIA right here. Apparently this LYLIA hurts a lot now, and in this battle being picked up by this carry.
The turtle buff also amplifies the damage output from the LYLIA so well, because again, this LYLIA is based on burst, but up top they are able to secure the kill on the turret, the destruction of the turret. Nice one charge connecting onto 3, but the Revitalize is there to keep him safe. In comes the LYLIA. The THAMUZ already down for the count. The Masha goes for the Kimi this time and will be successful in killing the Kimi. Boon on this LYLIA still does have his ultimate and will pop it. Quite safe. Really manning up against 2 members of Malaysia. Will not be able to get the kill, but it took a lot of time from Team Malaysia. Still a 1-for-2 trade-off.
They actually give Carry enough time to go and target Boon right here. But that was a 2-for-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2-for-1.
2-for-1 in favor of Team Singapore. Lim just doing his own thing. Mega kill coming in over from this Carry, though able to take out the Masha from Team Singapore men. Safe to say that this Carry is slowly, if not already, online.
And it did go for the Electro Flash. So it's not like a Bounty Hunter wherein it's quite useless in the late game already. And even without the Bounty Hunter, he is at 4 kills and 5.1k. Yeah, that's the Electro Flash, which helps him scale in the late game, helps him chase down or run away from his opponents, because just using the Phantom Step that will count as a hit, which means that Electro Flash will pop and be active for this carry.
The Electro Flash will flash. Just kidding. I try. But anyway, that's Sonata being committed right there, but apparently did not take anyone down. Cho gonna be boxed either, receiving a lot of damage. Will he be able to get away? Looks like the answer will be yes. Guardian's Barrier gonna be used just to make sure he will not be able to move. But looks like Boone did try to throw a bomb there, but still did not reach this Cho. Cho will be able to stay out of alive, but looks like that will be the next target. Carry dishing out a lot of damage, and this X-Borg using his first skill as well.
Wow, nobody dying in that clash, but a lot of ultimates throw, a lot of important skills thrown. However, Singapore will even lose the economic battle against Malaysia. Interestingly, Tenacity was the choice for this THAMUZ instead of the casual Festival of Blood. I guess this is Malaysia's way of showing that they needed attack for the team. Now, this time though, the third turtle, might belong to Malaysia if they push through with this, but they are already losing the battle. The Firaga Armor down for the count already. They will have to back down right now.
Turtle already on reset. I actually thought a Grok was gonna try and steal that, but apparently he just wanted to zone out the team Malaysia for now. So Boone, of course, along the bombs and the bullets coming in from these two, it will be enough to immediately demolish that turtle. And Lim gonna rotate over to the top lane to clear out the minion waves and get more items for himself. I actually wasn't able to catch which items has this Granger secured yet. We have the dragon connecting on to Mr. Boom, but looks like it is immediately used. Black shoes, Namindang Blast gonna be charged, but it hit air. Killing Spree coming in over from this Granger, and the X-Borg gets taken out as well. Now Kimi, the only one left alive right now, forced to go back along with this Kimi. This carry, I mean.
Malaysia tried to go for the LYLIA, which is an admirable decision from Team Malaysia, but it wasn't enough. They know that the magic shoes or the black shoes will be available for the LYLIA, and that is exactly what happened in there. All of their resources wasted on the LYLIA because the LYLIA just popped the ultimate and is safe for days. And you see the Granger now introducing himself to the fights. At this point, 9 minutes in, with the items that he does have, he is already relevant to the fights. He hurts like hell. This Granger is already scary for Team Malaysia.
He literally just jumps in and, what's up, man?
What's
I'm
up?
here. Try to catch me. But almost 10 minutes in, Singapore showing the strength of their draft right now. And safe to say that they're the ones actually controlling the movements of Malaysia, because they are the ones that has map control. Malaysia just being forced to react to what Singapore is doing. Did not even do anything. Look at that.
Oh, wow. So annoying for the Lolita. Chong is here though. They might go for the wraparound, and well, they will not go for the kills. Instead, they will just defend. At least they will not give away any kills to Team Malaysia at this point. They're chasing the Grok, however. They're chasing with the Grok, however. As they secure the buff, it will belong to the Grok. Indeed.
The blue side actually has a lot of fast wave clear. And Malaysia, I think it's just all on the Kimi for now. I mean, Cho can use his Ajit Kondo, but not always enough. Winter Truncheon being picked up by Carry, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a wind of nature.
Wind of nature, not Winter Truncheon.
Yeah, that was wind of nature from the Carry because...
Oh, someone got stunned there.
Oh yeah, but that's the mashup down for the count. However, for Team Singapore, Team Malaysia, they want to go for more. Flickering in, they want to chase this LYLIA, and LYLIA goes down. Luminum Blast, far too late. This is the problem that you have. From Team Malaysia, they do have a ton of flicker in them, and they will not stop. There's the lessons, and look at how much Firaga Armor regeneration is there. Though they jump forward, that's not, however, try to control Team Malaysia, but they are relentless. It will take 3 members of Team Singapore.
Can I just say THAMUZ was the MVP there? Because Carry was 1 bullet away from being taken out by the Granger, but he used himself as a mate shield, and now THAMUZ able to secure the Lord. The Lord will now march onto the side of Team Red.
What a play by Team Malaysia, looking for the right openings. They went for the LYLIA, and LYLIA thought that one flicker will not stop him. That could be true, but again, massive flickers from Team Malaysia to chase him down, unrelentless. And Malaysia did find what they came for, finding 3 kills and then a Lord. Now they have regained confidence in this game.
Man, looks like things are gonna be a 1-1, but of course, what will Singapore do to actually end this with a 2-0? Malaysia looking pretty strong right now. X-Borg along with this carry is already online, and Kimmy, even though it's a support or just mage Kimmy, it's pretty strong. He knows where to land himself. We have the dragon being committed right there, but it looks like Tan will be able to get out of the alive mid lane turret being taken out, and the Team Singapore forced to go back. Apparently, Team Malaysia chose to use the Lord as a split pusher here in the top lane.
But bottom lane, there's Tamasha. Just recently picked up the corrosive sight, but wasn't able to close down on any kill from Team Malaysia at this point. But they did defend their tier 2 turret for a little bit. That's gonna be the Kimi with the maximum charge, but will not hit anything important. Nurola actually taking 2 pop shots from the turret, and that's not that good. He's actually getting hurt by the bombs as well from this LYLIA, the glooms, the angry glooms. And Malaysia with the Lord on their side, able to clear out all of the outer turrets for Team Singapore, and like we said, regained momentum, regained control of the game. Malefic Roar coming out from this carry, wanna really pierce through the defenses of Team Singapore and particularly take out turrets faster.
Speaking of piercing, did you see the damage that the first kill from X-Borg was able to do to that rock in the... It's safe to say that this is the late game, almost 15 minutes. And speaking of the game, both teams has 7 kills, but the gold advantage is now swinging to the side of Malaysia.
Oh, definitely. That's 4,000 in the bank for Team Malaysia as in form of a lead. And of course, Malaysia incredibly happy with what is happening right now. This is such a good momentum for them because they kind of risk their lineup. Look at their composition. Everybody in the side of Team Malaysia scales better compared to Team Singapore. Maybe the Masha is their... Granger is a good marksman, but it's not as scalable as something like a carry. And Malaysia are really confident with this. Ooh, look at the flicker with the dragon.
Also with the dragon, Tan got caught up, but Tan was able to use flicker and immediately uses his shield. One important ultimate down from the side of Malaysia. But of course, they are not gonna stop. Guardian's Barrier gonna be used, but Kimi used her rocket to try and take out Boon. Boon receiving a lot of damage, but he does not stop with clearing out the waves. The reaction time from these two teams,
definitely.
man.
While that's happening, the THAMUZ actually threatened by the Masha, but the Masha almost went down. Nice attempt on this maximum charge, but the Masha is already out. They are looking for the Masha. It's hunting time for the Masha, but the Masha is quite speedy in terms of its movement speed and was able to run away from the members of Team Malaysia at this point. But Malaysia...
I am speed.
Yeah, speed. Oh, wanna go for the Kimi.
Looks like Kimi was targeting the Masha.
No way.
That is goodbye to the offlaner. Our split pusher from Singapore Masha got demolished by the red side. Lord gonna be up in 16 seconds. Singapore would want to take this, but they are down with one hero.
Oh man, that was scary. The Grok fortunately does have the power of nature, with a passive ability to remove, to help him not be stunned or crowd controlled while he's charging up the power of nature. If that power of nature wasn't available, I'm sure Abdul Kadir on this show will not hesitate into stunning him up.
Man, I'm actually excited to see it. Once his flicker is up, like what next level play will he do next?
We'll see.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage from the bombs. Nice predictions coming in from LYLIA as well. He knows where to place those very, very strong bombs. And you saw how much damage Carry was able to do to that Grok. But for now, Malaysia, they want to focus on the Lord, but immediately went on reset because they saw the FARSA is a tad too bit away from his team. He is forced to use Wild Charge just so he will be able to make it out there alive.
Look at this Joe receiving a lot of damage from the Rhapsody, but now Xborg wanna go for the aggressive play, does go for the last Insanity, and they do chase. Flicker in, there's the last Insanity, it's not gonna be enough though, but they are still surviving with the knockup once again. They catch up to the Lolita. Lolita might go down because of this, even through the revitalized Malaysia. They find the kills, but in comes Moon, in comes the Lilia, does have the immortality on the Xborg, will pop it. And will he be able to run away? It seems very unlikely as the members of Singapore are there, but with that flicker available for this Xborg, they are able to run away.
If only Granger had that Sonata in that moment. But apparently he did not, so he was just forced to use Rondo and try to chase out the Xborg. Speaking of Xborg, he is still there, still alive and kicking. Furusawa trying to get as much vision, but Boone got bursted out there in the Lord area.
Boom goes Boone, as that is already a -1 for Team Singapore. Malaysia, they don't have the health enough to actually sustain against this Lord. So I think this should be a retreat from Team Malaysia, and they indeed will reset the Lord at this point. They have to regen a little bit, maybe apply pressure in other parts of the map so that they can have free access to the Lord.
And for now, Lim, of course, Granger, he already hurts a lot. So Lim along with Tan just gonna defend this mid lane. Kimmy along with Cho and Xborg at the side and Kara at the top. They are most probably gonna try to take the Lord for themselves. Try to get this Lord because this is all or nothing. Furusawa did try to take a steal though, but Xborg was right there. You do not belong here. We are gonna get this objective, says Malaysia.
Let's see if they will take it. Another reset gonna happen. But Xborg finds two of the tanks of Team Singapore and, straight to zone them out. Boone actually being chased, but the Granger goes down with the THAMUZ in there, and the carry gets a kill on the Lolita. This is already disastrous for Singapore. They might lose their Grok in the end, as the immortality will be popped. Lilia is gonna be stunned up and will be taken down. Cho survives with the immortality, and of course they take out the Grok with the second life. Only the Masha to survive, and this is again a disaster for Team Singapore.
It's a disaster, says Sir Wolf right here. Chong did try to finish off the turret right there, and now Cho gonna try to chase him out. Oh my goodness, we have the Dragon connecting onto that Masha. 1v1, are you gonna fight? And he was able to take out the Cho, but it is a win for Team Malaysia.
Wow.
If only Singapore was able to survive for a handful of seconds, they could have survived there. But the moment the tank got caught out and got burst